Hey everyone, I'm Heben.
I'm Tracy.
And this is another round with Heben and Tracy. We have a little bit of a surprise for you today.
I love surprises.
So you all were so amazing when we dropped our first episode on a Tuesday. And we want to give you a special secret surprise bonus episode. This is probably what Beyonce was feeling
and that's,
when she dropped the surprise album.
The real motivation is that we wanted to see what Beyonce feels like, just a little bit. So
we honestly had no plans to do this, but we got so much love and positive feedback yesterday and this whole week. One of you even said you want to nominate us for the Nobel Podcast Prize, which is not a thing, but
maybe
I appreciate
we should lobby
you
to make this a thing and give ourselves the first award.
Yes. Someone else also said that our podcast and some weed was all that was getting them through the day, which same girl, same.
My goodness. I'm flattered, but also kind of concerned.
I mean, it bees like that sometimes, though.
Listen, whoever that was, reach out. Let us help.
And most importantly, you love Tracy's jokes.
Most importantly, I have seen the word hambush.
Yes.
Hashtag so many times. I swore I thought it was going to start trending.
And I think you guys really thought I was going to stop Tracy from telling these jokes.
Like somebody can stop me from telling a joke. Listen.
Obviously, Tracy's going to tell these jokes. But don't get used to this because we're not going to just drop surprise episodes.
This will never happen again. Ever.
So this episode features the amazing Jazmine Hughes from The Hairpin. And then next Tuesday, we're back on our regular scheduled programming. We're going to be interviewing the amazing star of Awkward Black Girl, Issa Rae.
And our new best friend, we decided.
Yes. And of course, check out BuzzFeed's other podcast, Internet Explorer, with Katie and Ryan, two fucking internet weirdos.
Yes. They will make you uncomfortable, but in like a really, really good way.
You can find all the shows at BuzzFeed.com/podcasts and all over iTunes. Hey.
I'm so excited. Drunken Debates happens in this episode. Please get into it immediately.
Let's start the show.
Woo-hoo. Heben.
What's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
Good. What's been going on? How's life? What are you doing? What are you reading? What are you thinking about? What are you writing?
Jesus.
What is up? I
Too
want
many
answers
questions.
to all of those questions in succession, please.
Okay, so lately, I had this resolution to read more. Which
It's a
has
good
not
resolution.
been going well.
It's hard.
It
Reading
is
is hard when you get older and you have like jobs and stuff.
Yeah, but I had a resolution to read more books by people of color. Like FUBU Book Club, for us, by us books.
Yeah, what if FUBU had a publishing company?
If FUBU had a publishing company? Like a real book club by FUBU. Anyways, I self-titled it FUBU Book Club. FUBU is not officially affiliated with this book club.
Important to say.
But one of the books I'm reading is by one of my favorite authors, Eduardo Galeano, and it's called Mirrors. And it's a bunch of like short vignette style, like basically like origin stories of a bunch of different things. Like everything from like the Great Wall of China to like why the sun and the moon have that particular relationship to like dancing or something. You know, like just the broad swath of like human life origin stories for those things. And I just feel like I come from a culture that has a lot of origin stories. Mm-hmm. You know how there's always like some random quote attributed to African proverb.
Yes.
I feel like my mom said every single one of those. I just grew up with that kind of like mythological, proverby, fable heavy like stories in my life. So I really appreciate these kinds of stories. Mm-hmm. I just like don't really know what white people's version of that is. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they have the same thing I had.
Right.
So I was wondering, hey, maybe I should write them.
Yeah. Because, I mean, white people's origin stories exist, right?
Right.
Like, there's Greek mythology, there's the Bible, depending on how you see the Bible.
Don't tweet at us, Christians.
Chill out, Christians. We know this. Yeah, and there are certain things that white origin stories just do not address that I would like answers
like
for.
What?
Why do white people kiss their dog in the mouth? What are y'all doing?
I would love an
Who's the
explanation.
first person to do that? Why does that happen? Jesus handles. What's up with that? You know? I just got some questions.
Okay.
We had some questions.
Yeah. All right.
I demand answers. Here are 5 white origin stories that we are very, very pleased to present to you right now. Science
has long been used to paint whites as superior to other cultures. In the 1880s, it was believed that white men had an extra layer of skin that made them impervious to cold temperatures. Though it has since been proven false, white men just won't listen, and they still wear shorts in the winter. It is now tradition amongst these people to bequeath onto their sons a pair of winter shorts every holiday season. And that is how white men came to wear shorts in the winter.
I feel like I understand white men so much better now.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. Try this one on for size. Why don't you? When Achilles, hero of Greek mythology, was mortally wounded in the Trojan War, people harvested his tears and sweat to preserve his immortal strength. When the tears and sweat mixed, it formed into a milky, gelatinous blob. And today, white people eat mayonnaise in tribute to their fallen soldier. And that's why white people love them some mayo. Disclaimer, I also like mayo.
Real talk, I think everyone likes mayo.
Yeah. Also, though, I recently discovered I got some white folks in my family tree, so it makes sense. It makes complete sense. Why wouldn't it? All right. Sonia, what you got?
There was a man named Johnny Mullet who lived in the hills of West Virginia at the turn of the century. Johnny Mullet nearly lost his life while saving his family from a bear attack in which the hair was shorn from the front of his head.
Just from the front, though.
It never grew back in the front, but he kept it long in the back. White people now wear this hairstyle, known as the mullet, in tribute to his valor. Wow. And this is why white people wear mullets.
Don't you feel bad for making fun of white people's mullets now?
The 80s were hard for white people.
They did that on purpose.
Difficult time.
But it was just a tribute to courage and family values.
Yeah, it's a difficult time. He got his hair shorn off.
Shorn, just in the front.
Excellent verb, first of all.
That was all noble
Tracy.
People. They are such a noble people.
All right.
God bless them. This is my favorite. In white mythology, whites were a persecuted group in the mythical kingdom of Afronia, where they were forced to adopt the dominant group's customs. I can't imagine what that must feel like.
Oh, the horror.
The intense horror, the inconvenience of it all. During ceremonial celebrations, white people protested their captivity by refusing to dance on beat to the music played, and they've been dancing off beat ever since. And that is why white people clap on the 1 and the 3 instead of on the 2 and the 4.
Oh, bless
I get
their
it
hearts.
now. They're revolutionaries. That's what it is.
Okay, the last one. During the Age of Discovery, in quotation marks, during the so-called Age of Discovery, there lived a group of religious conservatives called the Harkeners. The Harkeners felt so bad about all the carnage and destruction white people caused in their search for spices that they felt too guilty to actually use them. They launched a widely successful campaign to stop all white people from using them that has persisted to this day. Bloop. And that is why white people don't season their food.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
All that guilt just eating them up. And they can't eat their chicken now because it's like dry and crusty.
I feel like I understand better. This is important. We need more of these.
We need more white creation stories.
Maybe we should write 5 more and put it on BuzzFeed.com, the website.
Listen.
Let's think about it.
All right.
Maybe.
Today, I'm very excited. We have with us Jazmine Hughes, contributing editor at The Hairpin, freelancer, badass bitch, taco lover, queen.
Taco enthusiast, I think was the word.
Excuse me.
Thank you, Tracy.
I
Thank
was
you for
listening.
coming to bat for me.
I was listening.
I gave you
Welcome,
a list.
Jasmine.
Thank you.
We're
We're
so
so
excited.
happy to be here.
We're so excited you're here. So you wrote something for The New Republic, which perked our ears a little bit. Is that a phrase?
It is.
So weird because I wrote it down and you read it with your eyes. But okay, keep talking. Let's do it.
You know what I'm trying to say. Don't blame me.
Somebody came in here guns a-blazing. The title of this article, which is really, really great, is How Many White People Does It Take to Ruin a Good Joke? The Gentrification of Racial Humor.
Ooh.
Interesting fact. I did not write that subhead, and the G word is what most people... Okay, what most people are mad about is that I'm a black woman with an opinion. But secondly, a lot of people are mad about my use of gentrification.
Okay,
that
let's
wasn't my
back up a
choice.
little.
All right.
What's your general point in your article?
The general point in the article is that sort of socially conscious, especially people who like to use social media like Twitter and Tumblr to sort of advocate for sort of things, white people will make white jokes, will make self-deprecating white jokes about how like silly or ridiculous or foolish or outlandish white people are, under the guise of like, trying to be empathetic towards the struggle that people of color face every day. And the point of the article is that that's not doing anything. Like, I get it, and like, thank you, but also no thank you, because that's basically what you're doing is you're just proving how great it is to be white, which is something that I already know.
Right.
You do not need to remind me.
What a sermon.
So in researching this article, I spent a lot of time on Twitter and Tumblr searching for like white people be like, which is my favorite thing. And some of the jokes that I had in the article were like, one of them was, white people be like, 40 degrees Fahrenheit is the perfect weather to wear basketball shorts and flip-flops.
And we just learned why they do that.
You just learned why. Thank you. For centuries I've been learning. I've been wondering. Another one is white people be like, I'm not just white. I'm 22% Irish, 18% German, 28% Italian, 30% French, 2% milk. Because you know, every time you have a conversation about racial backgrounds with white people, they want to tell you down to the percentage point where they came
They're
from.
special too, guys.
It's just like the European Union. I'm like, I already know. I know that it exists. I know that's a thing. So these jokes are prevalent and they're funny, but they also serve as sort of a balm for people of color to deal with like the racial injustices and just the straight up, can I swear?
Yes.
Can I swear?
Please.
Right, the bullshit that we deal with every day. So, but then I started searching more and I found all these jokes by white people about white people. And those jokes were not as funny. Those jokes were things like, white people be like, Taco Bell is too spicy.
Cricket,
Not bad, not bad.
Firstly, no. Secondly, really? Another one of these jokes was, most of the Patagonia pullovers are sold out onto next fall. Hashtag white people problems.
Yeah, what?
Man, it must suck to be white.
I think sometimes I can identify the white people making white people be like jokes on Tumblr because sometimes they stick the be everywhere. Like they
Listen,
don't even know how to
this
use
is a
it. They're like, white people be like, with this at the bus be like just
Yes.
bees everywhere.
Whenever white people do, especially racist white people, when they do impressions of black people, they overuse what is called the perpetual be.
Yes.
Right? And like it's
Take
always
us to
like
school, Tracy.
Yeah,
All right.
please speak on it, linguist.
So, the perpetual be is like when somebody says, man, I be going to sleep every night when I get home or whatever. It doesn't mean that when I get home tonight, I'm going to sleep tonight when I get home tonight. It means that when I get home, typically, I usually go to sleep like perpetually.
Right.
White people have no concept of this. So when they do impressions of us, it's like, yo, homie, we be going to get some KFC tonight. And that's not
Tracy,
how it
that's
works.
a really good impression of a black person.
It's a good impression of a white person doing an impression of a black person.
Yeah.
But it drives me so crazy. I'm like, listen, if you're gonna impersonate us, like, do some research. Like, try.
Yeah.
People who do that don't even try. So that is a very good way to tell when white people are on the internet pretending to be black people making white people jokes.
Yeah. And the thing is that these white people weren't trying to be offensive. They were trying to show off that, like, you see a lot of these Tumblr posts that say, like, even white people are really sick of white people. And I'm like, but you're still white.
Right. You're still enjoying all these
And you're
pretty
still
great
enjoying all these privileges. And you making this, I don't know, 20-word text post on Tumblr isn't doing anything.
Right. As sick of you are white people, you're not really doing anything.
Right.
out in the
I think
world
this
to
is
stop
summarized really well by that one Tumblr.
The one
post
Tumblr
you
quote.
Can you please read
Would you
this
like me to read
incredible
it?
work of art?
I think that it's the best part of the article, and I even write it. That's fine. They could take down my whole thing and just write this. The Tumblr post goes as such. White people be like, but they be the white people that white people be like! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, because it is the truth. It's 100% true. So that is my article. It went up on the New Republic on Friday night, and by Saturday, I had several Facebook messages from very angry white people.
I wanted to ask you what the response has been like.
The response by, what is unfortunately termed as media Twitter, we all know it exists, has been really positive. But yeah, the racists, unsurprisingly, did not like it. The racists were like, oh, no, thank you. I got a handful of Facebook messages calling me like the B word and the C word and a racist N word, which is like not a thing.
Wow.
I mean, I can't be
Racist nigga.
Also, can you call someone else a racist while using a racist episode?
Why are being racist?
So what are the types of white people jokes white people say that like irritate you the most in your life? Like when you encounter them?
I think all white people jokes are inherently about the privileges that white people have over people of color, but the ones that I guess elevate a socioeconomic status over everything, that are about like J. Crew or Patagonia or like I forgot to take out the yacht or like my dad got me a Mercedes instead of like a Fiat. I don't even know cars. I don't know. I'm not white.
So why did you write this in the first place? Was there an inciting incident?
No, they asked me to.
Really?
And I was like, yeah. They thought of me. I felt very like I don't know, this is how Beyonce feels. I was like, okay. Well, actually, it sort of turned into, they asked you to write something slightly different. I don't even remember, but the conversation we had, I was talking a lot about the teens, because I love teens.
Same.
In like a nice way, like not in an R. Kelly way. And
Oh my God. Jasmine, Jesus. That took a turn.
Can you send up a flare before you send the actual shot next time? Because that was not ready.
I was not prepared.
No.
Anyways, go on. You love the teens.
I love the teens, but I had been seeing this white people be like tag, especially become continually reappropriated by white people and be used as a tool of self-deprecation. And I was just genuinely wondering if people of color who like not even consider themselves funny as a profession, who just like want to be funny on the internet just because it's fun, were annoyed by that. So this is sort of what I set out to find out. And I came at it as a humorist because one time I wrote a Shouts and Murmurs in the New Yorker. It's no big deal. I'm just very funny now.
Huge deal. You're the shit, basically.
But I actually talked to like real comedians like involved with UCB and such. And it was just, and the one I spoke to, Keisha Zolar, made this really cogent point that like, no one's saying that white people can't make these jokes. But you have to know what you're doing. And if you think that you're making these jokes and helping, you're not. That's it.
So what are the best or most appropriate times for white people to make white people jokes?
One of the examples I use in the article is a joke by Louis C.K., who, like, for all the people who called me racist, like, Louis C.K. is the ultimate white man. And I end my article saying that, like, he did a good job. So
Nope, doesn't
check
count.
the receipts.
Still
Check
racist.
the receipts. And there's a quote from Louis C.K. that I think was really good that says, I'm not saying that white people are better, but I'm saying that being white is clearly better. Who could even argue? I'm a white man. You can't even hurt my feelings. What could you really call a white man that really digs deep? Hey, cracker? Like, ruin my day, bring me back to owning land and people. What a drag. And I thought that was a really good joke because he was just so conscious of his privilege and still like made jabs at himself and at himself and at his culture.
And that's the key, right? Is really being aware of the privilege that you carry when you're commenting on like a really, really awful, terrible, oppressive system that you benefit from.
I don't know if Louis C.K. does that always. There are some jokes he's done where I'm like,
No, but that was really perceptive, and I was like very surprised
but this is like
to hear from
solid,
him.
excellent white people joke.
Yeah.
And also to answer his question, the thing that you can call white people that will really, really hurt them. We all know. Let's say it together. Racist.
Oh my God.
That's it. That is
Racist
the white
to white
person's
people is the
kryptonite.
N-word to black people.
It really is.
You cannot call a white person a single worse thing than me calling them
That's
racist.
The best white people telling white people jokes is when they're saying something that is politically useful to me.
Right.
So an example, I don't even mean politically like in a big way. An example is Neil Brennan, the white co-creator of the Dave Chappelle Show. So you already know there's a lot going on there.
Did not know that he existed. Okay.
He does exist. He has a podcast, which is interesting. We'll talk about that later. Maybe not. But
One day.
he has this joke about, he talks about it on the podcast, where he's saying like the average, take the average comedian of like 15 years has been putting in work. And like the average black person in America, if you go to that average black person, they'll be way funnier than the white comedian. Which is true. Like comedy comes from struggle. Like you can't really make rich, textured, smart humor if you have no struggle. So my point is that it's useful for me for Neil Brennan to make that joke. If I had said the average black human in America is way funnier than a 15-year paid white comedian, like people would just look at me like I'm crazy. It would have no weight to it, and white people
would look at you like
importantly,
you were crazy.
yeah, they would look at me like I was crazy. But for Neil Brennan to say it, it carries a lot of weight.
Racist white people are never going to listen to a person of color say anything
ever at all.
Right. So, like, if you're racist, there's nothing I can do to change your mind. But Louis C.K., like, low key is saying we live in a white supremacist society.
Yeah.
So people are going to listen to him.
Yeah. So
Maybe
if I said that, it'd be
CK.
like, oh, angry black
Here's
woman.
another one still complaining. Just get over it.
And Louis C.K. now, like, I don't know, with his balding head and his beer belly, it's just like, that guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
He knows a thing or two about racism.
Perhaps I should hear him out.
So this was absolutely fantastic. Jazmine, you are a breath.
Thank you for having me.
Give me life.
A ray of sunshine. Is there anything that you want to plug?
You guys want to
shout outs?
Listen to me sip the rest of this strong ass margarita?
Go.
I don't have anything I want to plug.
What's your Twitter?
Follow Jazmine.
Everybody follow Jazmine on Twitter.
I run a small, humble hair accessory review site called The Hairpin. And my Twitter is... What is my Twitter?
Oh
Jazloon. Jazzedloon. Jazzloon is an album that you can only find on like Amazon and garage sales in white people towns. That is like really bad elevator, like Kenny G jazz, interspersed with bird calls. Look that shit up. That's me. That's where that comes from.
I didn't mean to gasp.
I didn't make that up. There is an album called Jazzloon. There's also Classical Loon.
Do you own it?
What is a loon?
Oh, loon is in the bird.
Loon is in the bird.
I don't know.
It is just saxophone and I can't
is
do
it
an
an actual
bird.
loon?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
very specific about our bird.
follow Jazmine at Jazzed Loon.
Oh my God, I have a great idea.
What's that, Tracy?
So we're about to do this brand new thing, which is potentially an awful idea.
I'm glad I'm here for that.
Called Drunken Debates. We would love it if you would
Since you're already drunk, would you like to stay on and be our arbiter
We're
in
gonna
this
need
discussion?
a referee.
I would be honored.
I plan on getting real belligerent, so we're gonna need.
Let's
we
do
need
this.
possibly
We need
like
a judge
physical
and referee.
Maybe. This is where the air horns come in.
So I used to play this game with my little sister. So she probably would have been like, I don't know, 7, 8. And then I would have been like 16. So high schooler and like
That is so
elementary
cute.
school.
That is
So we played
adorable.
this game called Random Debates.
Aww.
And the whole game was you took 2 random things and you just debated it. Like
which one is better?
yeah. So it would be like rabbits indoors, like straight up absurdist debates. So a game you could play with a kid, but also would still entertain like a high school student. These were just little games we played with each other. So I was like, that was a lot of fun. Let's do this as adults with drinks. So for Drunken Debates, we got a lot of tequila.
I maintain that I'm not drunk, which probably means that I am.
She is.
I don't think I am.
So
though.
we got some tequila and we
got a lot of tequila.
some random nouns into our proverbial hat, which is just a Kleenex box that
Yes.
we've all used because it's cold as fuck in New York. And we've all used that box. Anyways, so we put all of these random topics into this box. I don't know if you can hear it.
The possible choices were mangoes, squirrels, abs as in abdominal muscles, line dances, pickles, male strippers, teens, and popcorn. And of those things, we got male strippers and teens.
All right, this is the point of the debate, Tracy. Let's see
I
those
know, all right,
rhetorical
all right.
skills. Jazmine is here as our tipsy arbiter, but not as
I'm
drunk.
Okay. I'm not even done with my drink.
She's
Is
only
that
had
number
one
one?
drink.
Number
girl.
1, I'm afraid to talk right now because
You're
I'm
doing it-
drunk.
You're talking very good.
Very well, I think she means.
I meant
you.
good. Okay, so 3 minutes each. 3. Okay. Who starts?
All right, Tracy, you start.
Okay.
Go.
Let's go. Male strippers are better than teens because teens are awful. Male strippers are just trying to support their families. They're nice to look at, even if they are gross.
What?
They're doing what they have to do. And some women like them. Yay, women, pleasure, empowerment, all that shit.
Okay, first of all, teens, we were all them once. We have to support the teens. We were all angsty once. They come up with some of the most beautiful ideas. They are at a time when nothing in the world has truly gotten to them yet. Most teens are impervious to the harsh, cruel world that is adult life. We have to protect that energy. They have something that is akin to a natural resource.
Okay, no, because as much positive energy or whatever that teens have, they have a bunch of negative bullshit that they bring to the table. They're moody, they're angsty, you can't tell them anything. They have poor decision-making skills. There's a part of their brain that is not developed enough, so a lot of them become like spree killers and shit. School shootings.
Wait, what?
All done by teenagers. You cannot tell me, name one male stripper that has ever shot up a school. You can't do it. Male strippers are like, I gotta get this money.
I didn't want to get negative, but let's go there.
Let's go there. Let's do it.
I didn't want to even invoke male strippers, but let me
do it.
Rebuttal.
Let you rebuttal.
I don't even know. Male strippers.
I'm nervous.
How?
TikTok, we only have how much? We have 1 minute.
There has never been an
30 seconds
experience where people were just like, you know what I want? Just like a male stripper to be here.
Untrue. You are wrong. Here is why. I have been to a show, an all-male review, if you will.
And how was it?
It was terrifying for me because I'm not
Exactly.
into that. However, I was in some...
What do you mean you're not into that? You're into men.
I'm
if you're
very
into
into
men and male strippers don't do it for you, how can that be a good thing?
Because not all men are male strippers. All male strippers are men, but not all men are male strippers. I'm into the males who are not male strippers. However, this is important. I know how much time I have. I've been to an all male review. I was not into it, but every other female in this seedy ass basement in Kentucky.
What?
Girl, I gotta tell this story one day.
No, one day.
They were very into it. Like all the gross shit they were doing, the women were just like, yes. And they were all like in their 30s, and you could tell that some of them had kids. And like this was just their time to be themselves without being judged, without being slut shamed. They were like, yes, I want to see this well-built man in a crop top football jersey with fringe. I want to see him.
That sounds horrible.
Just doing all kind of weird things.
I'm here for male strippers. I'm not trying to disparage their work.
You're here for male strippers.
But they were teens once, and they needed to be supported. Support their energy. Support their angst.
I can't do the air horn.
It was good. I thought it was good. Okay,
support the people they will
It's been
become.
3 minutes.
Okay.
And what is my decision? Although Tracy lost approximately 5 million points for saying words, not all men. I heard that. I heard that.
Please edit this out. I don't want this to be my legacy.
Tracy does win for her male strippers.
Oh,
All male strippers were teens once, as she rightfully pointed out.
Yes.
what?
As you rightfully pointed out.
that out.
As Heben rightfully pointed out. So you were working for the other team. That's some Shonda Rhimes shit.
I feel bamboozled. No, I will not accept this.
So what the judge says goes.
You know what? Damn it,
for me.
Jazmine. Fine, I will move on.
All right. Next round. Let's go.
I got popcorn.
Son of a bitch.
What'd you
I
get?
got squirrels. Anybody who knows me knows that if there's one thing I want to eradicate off the face of this earth is squirrels.
All right, let's see. Let's go.
You have what?
Popcorn.
I love popcorn.
Hey, popcorn.
You were 8 seconds into your debate.
All right,
Shit.
all right. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go.
Kevin, go.
All right, popcorn. So let me paint a picture.
Girl.
You're at the movies.
Right.
You're at home. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're watching a movie and just like kicking it with friends, you just want light, good food for that mood.
And you go for popcorn?
Yeah. Popcorn is excellent light fare for that experience.
Okay. Popcorn is cool. However, squirrels are all about this whole business of keeping the earth together. Squirrels are like, I gotta repopulate all these trees and shit. So let me take these acorns and plant them everywhere so that more trees grow.
Okay, I hear you. But think about the origin of popcorn. All right, you got this dumbass, like, yellow-ass seed shit. And it turns into this fluffy, weirdly textured, but still interestingly buttered food. It goes on this incredible metamorphosis.
Incredible what?
Incredible metamorphosis.
It goes on an incredible metaphor.
This is like some straight up, like, caterpillar to butterfly shit. We have an incredible food amongst us.
Right. Okay. Fine. I will give you that. However, nothing is worse than when you get a bag of microwavable popcorn, put it in the microwave. You let it run for the whole 2 minutes or whatever.
Okay.
Finishes half of your bag, half of your shit is just the little bitty hard kernels that you can't eat. What do you do with the rest of the kernels?
That sounds like a personal plot.
Do you know what a squirrel? Do you know what a squirrel would do?
What?
Squirrel would be like, okay, I see these little seeds. I'm gonna put them in the ground. I'm gonna plant them. I'm gonna create a resource for other people to use.
I hear what you're saying, but if we're gonna talk about what squirrels do,
oh shit,
let's talk about the average human just hanging out in a park, enjoying their time.
Okay.
Perhaps hanging with a loved one.
maybe.
And out of nowhere comes this squirrel with no couth. Uncouth squirrel. No boundaries. They're just all up in your business, taking your snacks, taking your chips, climbing over everything, and then not scared of you. Perhaps the worst park animal.
I will suggest
Go on.
that this is a problem for people in big cities. Little country squirrels, they don't want none of you. They don't want no problems.
True?
They don't want these issues. They're not trying to get them hands.
Well, I
New York
suggest
squirrels, they don't care. That's the problem with New York, not the squirrels.
I think the judge is trying to make a decision, and that might have
That
been.
was actually a human being and not like a truck going by. If you can believe it. It's been 3 minutes.
Okay.
That one, without a doubt, 8 seconds in, like I reprimanded you for, went to Heben Nigatu.
Yes.
You started off saying that you hated squirrels.
That's not fair. I hate them, but I still defend
Debate is
them.
about not you.
Ooh.
Debate is not about you. Don't make me drink a margarita before coming on the podcast again. You gave up before you even started.
I didn't give up.
And then sometimes you acquiesce to some of Heaven's points. You were like, you are right. You said you are right.
I said that out loud.
Because she was right.
I didn't mean to say it out loud, but
It was
I did.
100% right.
Okay.
You ever eaten popcorn before? Because it's delicious.
I think we have enough time for one more.
Okay. All right.
All right.
This last round, we are pressed for time, so it's only going to be 1 minute. Timekeeper, you ready? Okay. I have mangoes. Heaven, what you got? I love mangoes. Let me just say. What you
I
got?
have pickles.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
let's go.
Okay. Mangoes are obviously more delicious than pickles. Mangoes are sweet. Mangoes are tropical. Mangoes make you feel like you're on a motherfucking beach, no matter where you are. They're great. They're
Let me
perfect.
talk to you about pickles, though.
Tell me about pickles.
So we go from the cucumber. Put a little thyme, a little vinegar, and like pickling substances. And then we get to the pickle. There's a reason every sandwich in America comes with a pickle on the side.
Nobody wants to eat vinegar. Everybody wants to eat
So why is it the
mangoes.
side of every sandwich?
White people. Guess what else is on the side of your sandwich? Racism. You didn't ask for that either, but you got it.
Listen.
Does that mean that racism is great and good and delicious? No. It just means that it's there and you got to deal with it like everything else in your life as a black woman. You have no
You
say.
cannot say white people have a monopoly on cucumbers and pickles.
Yes, you can. White people also.
Dang, it's already been a minute.
It's been a minute. That was really rough.
Yeah,
it was intense. It was very
intense.
intense.
Okay, what's the ruling? What's your call?
I feel like we gotta go with mangoes.
You know what? I'm not even mad.
Say word that you wouldn't rather have a mango than a pickle.
I fucking hate pickles.
Pickles are nasty.
I live for mangoes. I'm incensed that I had to defend them.
But that's the beauty of debate. Debating shit that you don't care about.
It's not about you. It's
not about
Jasmine.
you.
You know what,
told me
Jasmine?
to
You're
let
right.
it
You're
go.
right, Jasmine.
That's
Thank
true.
you so much
You
for
didn't
being our
even bring
judge.
up Nikki's pickle juice. If you would have brought up the pickle juice,
I don't even know what that means.
I fucked up.
I would have had nothing to say.
Anyways, thank you so much, Jazmine.
Thank
for being our judge.
You are a very stern yet fair judge, and I respect you.
We really appreciate
I
it.
bet you know on mangoes.
Also, I won, so we're still good.
So we're good.
We still homies.
All right. Thank you so much, Jazmine. Who are we buying around for this week? And just a reminder, our buy around segment is just people, things, places that are just making us happy, giving us life. We
Just stuff we're into. The tip of the hat, if you will. I would love to buy around for fine ass, sexy ass Stephen Colbert with this new beard.
Yes. Oh my God.
What is he doing to me?
Stephen Colbert, if you're listening, please come on our show with that beard.
Yes, listen, email us at anotherround.
You look great, sir.
We also think you're like smart to win stuff.
You know,
However,
whatever. Did you know his middle
beard,
name?
I do.
His middle name is Tyrone. How have I loved this man for so long
and
not known his middle name is Tyrone?
Obviously, my love for this man is deeper than yours is because I've been new.
All right, listen, don't do that. Let's not do this. Let's not fight.
Not now. Not right here.
Not in
right
front
now.
of the children.
All right. So anyway, in conclusion, is this who you're also buying around for?
I mean, I can slip him a shot if he wants.
Ooh,
but I am buying
double entendre.
Don't do this, Tracy. So I just caught up on Fresh Off the Boat. We should probably talk about this on the podcast.
I should probably watch it so we can
You
talk
should
about
definitely
it on
watch
the
it.
podcast. I will.
But I really like it. Like, I was a little bit nervous, and there's one person in particular who I think easily steals the show, and that is the mom, Constance Wu. She slays. Like, she has this deadpan delivery. There's like this like gaggle of white moms that like approach her in the suburb, and she's just like, oh, this shit. And she just, I love that character so much. There's not really any characters like her on TV, and she's just doing it so well. And recently I learned she's 26.
What?
She's a mother of 3 on the show, which is wild that a 26-year-old woman is doing it. I mean, it's possible, but
Right.
a little wild. But she's just such a like delight on the show. I'm just like, girl, when I see you at the bar, around on me,
Got it.
you are slaying right now. I'm so happy for her. Around for Constance Wu.
You look for Constance. I'm going to be at the bar.
Listen, we can do both. Don't make me choose.
I really think you should just stay focused. You know,
Don't do this. You can't have Colbert to yourself.
Guys, we did it again. We made it through. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us. Shouts to Heben for being a fantastic co-host.
Aw.
Yay.
Hey,
Shouts
shout
to
out to you.
Jasmine. Oh, shout out to me too, girl. Thank you. You're so nice. Shout out to Jazmine for stopping by and blessing us with her presence and her knowledge. Shouts to Jenna for getting everybody far too drunk.
And just being an overall dope producer who keeps our conversations in check.
Yay, Jenna, yay.
And for getting us dope drinks.
Yes. And to Julia, who is not here, but she's here in our hearts.
Dope producer as well.
This episode of Another Round featured music from the incredible Don Will of Tanya Morgan. Please follow him on Twitter at Don Will.
And you can reach us, as usual, on Facebook, on Twitter, and email us at anotherround@buzzfeed.com.
Yes. And I'd like to thank my mama and also God. I'm too drunk. Don't put this in the episode.